Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a semi-new bottle of Kentucky Owl St. Patrick's Edition Bourbon Whiskey. So first and foremost, happy St. Patrick's Day to
Happy
everyone.
St. Patrick's Day to all.
I figured this one, this is courtesy donation for a review by super fan of the channel, Steve. He donated it so we would have it for St. Patrick's Day. So all of
Somehow we kept it that long.
So right, I know I haven't touched it. So all of you that said, "Oh, it's not an Irish," I get it, but it does say St. Patrick's Day on it. So I figured
there's an Irish guy there that helped blend.
It is a collaboration, so let's get right into that one. So let's get to the particulars. This comes in at 100 proof. We got it for $74.99. It is
Steal.
non-age stated. Yes, it is. It's rumored to be 4 years. So the company is the Storley Group. The distillery is sourced and it's undisclosed. The mash bill is also undisclosed. So it's a collaboration between Louis McGuane, Ireland's first modern whiskey blender, and the founder of J.J. Corey Irish Whiskey, and John Ray, who is the master blender of Kentucky Owl. That's the collaboration between them two guys.
It was, I think, did it say 2021 on there? Or was that something else I was reading?
It could have. My
was-
bottle reader might have failed on that.
I did read it, but
don't know.
someone was gone for a while, so.
Well, I'm very busy man. So I was gonna say you had plenty of time to read it. I don't know.
did
It could be a thing. I do believe they filed for bankruptcy anyway, so I don't know if this is even available anymore. It's release 1 of 100. Release 1. I don't know where you saw that, but I don't care.
It might have been something else.
Let's get right into it.
This has a weird, different nose,
Okay. So,
just so you know.
all right, I'm gonna see. Full disclosure, I have tried this in the past with Steve when he blinded me, and I did like a mystery mash Monday. It does have a different nose, and
Very much so.
I pretty much guessed it, to be honest with you, with not the St. Patrick's again, but I did get that
Licorice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting licorice in that nose. There's a weird nose in there, though.
Yeah, wet hay. It gives it that's what I don't know. That's what it brings me. It's not as bad on that first sip, but I did end up after I drank a couple sips of it. I'm like, no, I'm starting to get that wet hay or like that wet grass that I don't usually love on a Kentucky Owl. You know what I mean?
It drinks proofier than 100 proof, though.
That was my first sip of the day, and it's not. This isn't bad yet. I don't like that weird twang.
I didn't like
I'll call
the nose
it a
that
twang
much,
on there that I usually get from these guys. But first sip it wasn't horrendous.
but for 100,
But-
for 100 proof, you knew it was there.
Yeah, and they're usually $100 something what was it?
And
originally?
149 was on price.
$149.99. So when you get it, he bought it, of course, because it was marked down to $74. You can't beat that when it's half price, but
That's actually even manageable.
Mhm.
No, even if it's a tweener. I mean, now you're almost in the land of Noah's Mill, of price wise.
no, right.
And that's 114, 115, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
This is 100. At least then, if it's fair to Midland, you didn't pay $150 for the thing.
Yeah, see,
it is fair to Midland.
It's starting to bring me in that direction that I don't love. And again, for all the Kentucky Owl lovers, God bless you. It's just whatever that taste is, and I attribute to it reminds me of like what wet hay smells like. That's what it tastes like in my mouth.
But the nose is kind of going away on that. The different.
It's to me when I roll it on my tongue. Just when it's rolling on my tongue, it starts changing, and I get that little flavor. This one isn't as bad as some of the other owls that I've done. Like I didn't care for that confiscated; was really bad. Some of them aren't as bad as others, but I still get that little twang in there that I'm like, for $150, I don't want a twang. I just want delicious. You know what I'm saying? Or even at the 74, now you're in a range of like all the Elijahs and all that stuff.
No,
you know what I mean? So
100%.
it's got to step it up if you're gonna put the price tag on there. It's got to come in with that kind of flavor, and it's not. It's just not. It's an okay 100 proof whiskey, but you don't want okay at $150.
You definitely don't want it at
No.
$150. That's it'd be like a not so much.
Mm-mm.
Even 75. It's not overwhelming in any major flavors.
No, that
You
weird
you almost have
red hay. That's the
it's
only
almost
flavor you
like,
get. Makes me
like a boiled peanut. It's like that soggy.
Okay,
You know,
that's
it's
wet
like,
hay. Yes,
it's
no,
that
it's
mushy,
yes.
soggy peanut
Yes.
type suck flavor.
And sorry, Mike from Georgia, if you're watching, because
Or
he
any
keeps-
of you guys
he keeps,
that pick them up on the side of the
he
road.
keeps trying to get me every time I went down there. He's like, "Come on, you got to try this flavor." And
yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
this guy's got the best. It's like
I know what flavor it is. Shit, because they all taste the same. I'm like, only you guys can wreck a peanut. You can't even wreck a peanut. They're delicious.
No, yeah, they
Not when you boil them.
They do a good job.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. No,
I don't even care
like
what
it mushy.
flavor they say
No.
they are.
No, I agree.
It's just mush.
Right. Yeah. So the longer this sits in the glass, the more that I'll give you that. Because again, you're coming from someone who eats the shell and all. When we used to eat peanuts all the time, as long as they're not salted. I can't do the salted ones. So, but it does give you that. Like if you would have like that, that's not actually that's a pretty good note there, brother. It really is like that wet. But that's where the wet hay comes in. It's that you're boiling the shell.
That never came into.
Yeah.
I know what it smells like that way. I don't really get that in the nose, but you get that residual flavor kind of the boiled peanut, which I agree with you. I don't care what flavor they said they put it in there. It still sucked.
Yeah, and in my little pea brain, it's that wet hay, but that boiled peanut is right around in that same. It just makes a soggy.
It's mush.
Yeah, it's just mush. But
and then when you finally actually make it to the peanut, even that's like a half-ass mush.
Yeah, it's not like when you do like a boiled down in New Orleans and they with the Cajun and all the flavors and everything tastes delicious. This just wrecks it all. Like the nut doesn't have the flavor like when you do like the crawdads and all the stuff. When you get like a regular boil.
I hear you.
That then everything tastes good. This just wrecks it all. Like it wrecked my peanuts. But yeah. I know Steve wanted me to do this on it, but I think he already knew because it was funny because he goes, "Damn, you actually picked it out. It is a Kentucky Owl." And I'm like, "Man, I'm getting that little twang." Again, this one's not as bad as like what Confiscated was.
It's not.
Yeah,
but it's definitely not 150.
Not even in the range.
The 75 is barely. Again, look for the yellow tag, red tag, whatever the one's actually the sale price. But
I can't even say barely anymore because you know what? Think of all the copper and casks or all the other ones that we've had
way cheaper.
That are way cheaper.
I'm
you know what I mean? So I mean, price wise, if we factor in price, this just doesn't
make it up
work.
to you, Steve.
No, yeah,
you're gonna have a K on this one soon. Anyway.
No, he'll drink this one. I think he'll drink this one. I'm gonna take a smidge more too. I just want to see if that comes out on the nose a little bit.
It's not really.
Sorry, we were drinking that. He came over. He had plenty to make up for it, anyways, and we ended up finishing with the Old Forester Rye. That is just a beast. So there's another example that's in this the discounted price range, and it is 75 times better than where you would be at.
Plenty behind us. That way, but
I'd be shocked if this even beat Early Times Bottle and Bond and you can get a liter for $25. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think it would because it's not really oaky. You just get that weird straight.
Well, even that
taste.
So when I said he was with an Irish blender, I was thinking we would even maybe get that little bit of a taste. And there's really none of that either. It's only like the guy has his name on here because I don't know what. It doesn't seem like any of that flavor is really here, other than it's a lighter whiskey.
Or did they just blend their stuff? Which is a possibility. Like,
could be,
I don't think he brought any of his stuff. Well, I think he just blended their stuff with him.
I would have thought he would have used some of their ideas to kind of...
Well, he's the founder of J.J. Corey's Irish Whiskey. You would hope that they blended that in with it. Maybe they did. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they did. But the Irish isn't shining through.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No. Like, it would be nice if...
We actually got more of an Irish... I got more of an Irish flavor out of that one we did yesterday or the day before.
That was like a rye that had a malt finish.
Yes. That was
like $20. But
that actually, I think I might even like that one a little better.
No, and again, right.
What's your grade?
I hate bashing on that stuff, but thank you again, Steve, for donating it. But you know what? I said this before.
Bashing. I'm just
no,
because not to my liking.
I don't think we've said one good thing about it. But you know what?
Okay, we might.
That's what it is. It's getting a deserved thing. It's mediocre at best. I'm going to factor out the $150 price tag, which is right here on the thing. I'm going to factor that out. And I'm going to give it because it isn't pour down the drain. There's nothing bad about it.
No.
I don't like that taste in the middle, but it's not as bad as Confiscated. I could barely drink. That was heavy on that flavor. This is a hint of it more than anything. I'm like B. B minus.
I'm not even that high.
No, yeah. Just because it's okay.
Because
if you factor in price, I'm down in C's.
I'm in a C. Yeah, I'm actually in a C. I don't even think.
There's no complexity. There's no fruit. There's no nut. There's no anything.
The initially it kind of drank more than 100. Now it's pretty easy. Mm-hmm. It does go down like your regular Irish. It does that way. I guess I could fall into the Irish, but there's no really Irish flavor in here.
No,
other than a green label.
Yeah.
I'll if you want to go B minus. That's.
Yeah, it ain't gonna matter. It's not our bottle, anyways. But it's not.
C+.
It's not horrible. There's just nothing good about it. And when you factor in the price, then you're just sad.
Yeah, that's just sends it sailing.
Then you're just sad, right? Because if you're gonna pay $150, it better step it up a notch.
I go get 2 of something that we've talked about way more.
I go get 6 of some of the other ones that are just dirt cheap and it tastes way better. Honestly, I mean, you're only at 100 proof. So that's you're in the land of the Evan Williams bottle and bond at $17.99 that you could, you know what I mean? Or
the Fighting Cock.
Yeah, for $17.99, $18.99 for that.
Even if it's 21
proof.
It's still
yeah. You know, and you can get like 10 of them, you know, for the price. So, well, there you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all on there. And I thought maybe if you liked it a little bit more, you might make me feel a little more positive. But you hit it right on the head. It's just okay at best. At best.
There's no other notes really, even in the taste. It's kind of. This is like
it's definitely a one note.
It is
very
definitely a
one note.
One note Charlie.
Yeah.
And not even anything extravagant.
The only other note is that weird twang in the middle, which you don't want.
Soggy peanut.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. That's our review. Again, sorry for that.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's it. Maybe we'll throw in an Irish next and see. But this is the Kentucky Owl St. Patrick's Day edition bourbon whiskey. I can't speak. But again, if you've had this, leave a comment down below. Again, I don't know how available any of this is going to be because I know they filed for bankruptcy, so I'm not really sure what they did with all of their stuff anyways. But there you go. That's our review. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.